Good morning to all of you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Last class, the last topic was Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. And today we are going to discuss the different methods of producing induced EMF. Phi is equal to PA cos theta. Magnetic flux is given by phi is equal to PA cos theta. And EMF induced is given by equal to minus d phi by dt. When there is a change in flux, EMF is induced. The different ways of changing the flux. When V changes, first method, by changing V, magnetic flux changes, EMF is induced. Experiment coil, magnet, coil experiment, all the cases. Second, by changing the area. By changing the area through which the flux passes, we can make a loop or a coil. Suppose the area of the coil is changing, then also flux changes, EMF is induced. And third one, theta, that is the relative orientation between the plane of the coil and the magnetic field. Is that between E vector and A vector. So if you change theta, then also the EMF is induced. Flux will change. So these are the different ways of changing flux by changing magnetic field. Example is coil, magnet experiment, coil experiment. Second, by changing the area through which the flux passes, that we are going to discuss, and hence flux changes, EMF is induced. Such kind of EMF is known as motional EMF. Motional EMF. And case 2, where theta changes, the relative orientation between the coil, plane of the coil and the magnetic field changes. And hence the flux changes, EMF is induced. This principle we are employing in AC generator. So these are the three different ways of producing induced EMF and the examples. So second one, first one we are seeing. Next one, what is the expression for motional EMF? We'll see. It's very important. Consider a magnetic field perpendicular to the plane of the board. Magnetic field B vector perpendicular inside. Suppose I am giving a track in this form. This is a metallic wire. It's a rigid wire and of negligible resistance. And here I can place a movable conductor, that is PQ, that can move over this. It is of length L. It can move either toward left side or right side. Now PQRS is forming a rectangular coil through which some magnetic flux are passing. Maximum flux line will pass because the plane is in the plane of the board. Magnetic field is going inside. So PQRS, PQ can move and PQ has some resistance, other parts negligible resistance. And PQ is of length L. Suppose this much portion is of X. So what is the equation? What is the flux through PQRS? So PQRS specialty is the coil is forming. PQ has got some resistance. And other part QR, RS, SP have negligible resistance or zero resistance. The flux through the coil is phi is equal to VA cos theta. Theta value is 0 है because area vector and magnetic field are in the same direction. Theta is 0. So phi is equal to VA maximum value. This is the flux. Maximum flux is passing through this. Next point is point number 2. Suppose the conductor is moving towards left side or right side in the velocity v. Conductor is moving perpendicular to magnetic field. Current is induced. The direction gone by Fleming's right hand rule. Last class yesterday we are seeing this point. Fleming's right hand. But let the conductor is moving with the constant velocity towards left side. So as it moves towards left side, the area decreases. Suppose it is coming after some time. So area through which flux passes increases. There will be a change in flux. EMF is increased. As the conductor field is moving, it is always in contact. So rectangular coil area is decreasing. So what EMF is induced? So what is the EMF increase? 1 by minus d by dt of phi. Value phi is minus d by dt of VA. What is here area cross section? Area cross section is L into X. So this I can write it as minus d by dt of L into X. Initial area cross section is L into X. L is the length of the conductor, X is the dispatch portion. That is QR portion. And minus BL can be taken as minus d by dt of X. The conductor is moving toward left side with the velocity, so flux changes. D by dt of X is the rate of change of displacement X. So that stands for the velocity. Minus sign is because there is an increase in flux. So the equation will be equal to BL. So EMF induced in this case is equal to BL. The decrease in flux, therefore minus minus cancel the E equal to BL. So this EMF induced is called notional EMF, very important equation. This is developed across the ends of the conductors P and Q. Developed across the ends of the conductor P and Q. Since it is forming a closed coil, so there will be a current flowing through this. What is the direction of the current? This is 1 by Fleming's idea. The conductor magnetic field is going inside. Magnetic field is going inside. And thumb gave the direction of motion toward left side. The current will be flowing along the middle finger. It is giving the downward direction. So the induced current will flow in this direction. Induced current will be in the direction of P to Q. So what is the induced current here? I is equal to E divided by R. Where R is the resistance of the portion PQ. Okay, where R is the resistance of the portion PQ. Current I is equal to E divided by R. R is the resistance of PQ. PQ RS QR RS SK resistance negligible. So I is equal to PLV divided by R. This is the next equation. What is the direction of the current? Is given by Fleming's, and it is from P to Q. Yes, this is the first point. It is from P. Next important point is this. Why is so slow? The induced current or EMF flow in such a direction that it opposes the cause which is responsible for production. What the cause is the motion of the conductor towards left side. So when a current carrying PQ is conductor carrying current in this direction, conductor is perpendicular inside. So it experiences force and directional force is governed by Fleming's left-hand rule. Magnet is going inside, current is coming down. Therefore, thumb gives the direction of the force. It experiences a force toward right side. So the flow of the current is in such a direction that experience PQ was experienced a force toward right side, so that not to go towards left side for changing the flux. This is in accordance with Lenz's law. So the force experience is given by F equal to VIL. VIL sin theta perpendicular VIL. So I the value here VLP divided by R into L. So this is V square L square V divided by R. This force is given there. Equation number 3. EMF, current, and the force is there. Because of this force, it finds difficulty to move the conductor toward left side. To move the conductor toward left side, you have to give some mechanical work from outside. You have to push the conductor. A force equal to magnetic force you have to apply. Then only the conductor will move towards left side for changing the flux. So what is that work done in unit time? The work done in unit time in pushing the conductor PQ toward left side will be given by rate of doing work. Rate of doing work is power that is equal to W by T. That is equal to 1, but the work done for that mechanical work. This is measured as force into velocity, F into V. F is 1 there, velocity is After value we are writing b square n square v divided by r into then v. So p is equal to b square n square v square divided by r equals. So this is the work done in the unit time in pushing the conductor toward left side because of the induced current which oppose the cause. This mechanical work done is converted into electrical energy in the form of what induced current. So this we have seen in Lenz's law, consequence of conservation. Yes. So induced current is produced. Suppose this induced current produced is totally converted into heat, we can calculate what is the amount of heat energy developed in unit time. So that also we can do what the amount of heat energy produced in unit time. The entire electric current is converted into heat energy. H is equal to I squared R into if T equal to 1 second. T equal to 1 second, H is equal to I squared R. When T equal to 1 second, heat energy produced is H is equal to I squared R. Questions? Heat energy joule per second. You can substitute the value of current there. Current value is VLE divided by R whole square into R. This is H is equal to V square L square V square divided by R square into 1. 1 R cancel. So we are getting it as V square L square. So value V square L square V square divided by R. Because this is number 4 and 5. They are identical equations. This is also in joule per second. This is also in joule per second. So the explanation is completed. This is what we call it as energy consideration in motional EMF. In NCERT, there is a numerical based on this. The track can move. This conductor can move to our right side in extents or to left side in extents. You have to find out the flux and EMF and the force and the power for their variations. So there is an example in NCERT. Do that in the topic. So this is a motional EMF. This is due to translatory motion. Okay, the conductor PQ is moving with the uniform velocity V, translatory motion. Suppose this conductor is rotating in the magnetic field, just like a wheel is rotating. The conductor PQ is rotating about an axis, the magnetic field. Then, what will be its value that we are going to calculate? Next one, again, motional EMF when the conductor is rotating in the magnetic field. That is another equation. So the variation of when the conductor piece is going toward right or left side, you have to find out the value of flux, EMF, and force, etc. And what the variation you can refer and check for that. Suppose the same conductor is PQ, if it is rotating the magnetic field, rotation with angular velocity. So what is the expression for EMF induced across its ends? Again, magnetic field, you can take it as perpendicular to the plane of the globe, B vector perpendicular in. Suppose you have a conductor here, the conductor of length L, and O is the point about which this conductor can rotate this magnetic field. Suppose the conductor is rotating in the magnetic field, it can go around this circular path, rotating. Rotating with a constant angular velocity omega. Conductor length L is rotating the magnetic field omega. Magnetic field is perpendicular inside and conductor is the plane rotating with a constant angular velocity and about the point O as the axis. At any time, the conductor comes to this point, say the point B. A to B. So after some time, during this time, dt let it be from A to B position, rotating through an angle. Rotating through an angle. So we want to find out at any time what is the flux through this sector OAB. अंदर flux क्या है at any time? Because the conductor OA of length L is rotating with the constant angular velocity. After time that it reaches the point B, so it makes angular displacement. So what is the area of the sector. How to find out the area of sector? But the flux equation is phi is equal to again area cos theta is 0 degree here and phi is equal to BA. P is constant here, only the as it rotate the area through which flux passes changes. Area, quarter circle area, then semicircular area, 3/4 like this, the area through which the flux passes continuous changes. Here A is changing. So we have to find out, so first point and the second point. EMF is induced because there is a rate of change of flux. That is minus d by dt of BA. B is a constant can be taken outside. D by dt of A. There is a rate of change of area through which the flux passes. We have to find out what is the area of the sector. Area of the sector OAB, it undergoes an angle theta. 2 pi के लिए area is pi r square. So theta के लिए the area will be equal to, for theta area will be equal to pi r square divided by 2 pi into theta. That is r square by 2 into theta, that is the area of the sector OAB. But here r stands for the length. So area of the sector here, this we can write as L square theta by 2. So this is equal to minus d. D by dt of area of the sector OAB is given as L square theta by 2. M square by this common constant can be taken out equal to minus d L square by 2 into d theta by dt. What is d theta by dt? What is d theta by dt? Can anyone? Rate of change of angular displacement. That is the angular velocity. So this is equal to minus b L square by 2 into omega, or magnitude is equal to half b omega L square. It is very important. When a conductor of length L is rotating with a constant angular velocity in a magnetic field P, which is the plane is making perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field, then EMF developed across the ends of the conductor is half b omega L square. Half b omega L square. Negative sign gives the direction of induced EMF that is given by Lenz's law. Half b omega L square. Here the same conductor is rotating the magnetic field like this. The plane of rotation is perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. So here theta through which the flux passes again changes. It is again another example of motion EMF, but it's in rotation. There are many examples. Numericals are good there. Suppose just like your cycle wheel. The cycle wheel, there is axle, and there are so many metallic spokes are connected. Metallic spokes, steel rods connected here. And if it is rotating in as horizontal magnetic field, you can see that between the axle point here, an EMF is induced. We want by half b omega L square. Very important. Refer the numerical from NCERT to that. If you see a wheel which is rotating there, especially the cycle wheel, so many metallic rods are connected. We call it as spokes. With axle, so many metallic spokes are connected like this. And this is the ring. All are connected to the ring. A metallic ring. This is the axle. And so many are connected in parallel. The EMF produced will be same because all are connected. Suppose there are 10 spokes. What is the total EMF? Total EMF value will be same half b omega L square. That example one there. It's all examples about that. Half b omega L square. कितना भी number of spokes है, कितना भी metallic rods है, the cyclic wheel is rotating. All are rotating with constant angular velocity. All are connected in parallel. Same value of the EMF. You have to calculate what is the length you want to, number of you want to 10 or 15. So there is no need to multiply them because all are connected in parallel. EMF induced between one spoke is 1 volt, and if there are 10 spokes are there connected like this, what is the total EMF? Total EMF is still 1 volt because all are connected same axis, same point. It's a ring. Ring is made of a metallic ring. So this is the motion EMF in the case when the rod is rotating. When it is moving the linear velocity, perpendicular magnetic field, it is PLV, all other points we are seeing. So this is regarding motion of EMF. The two cases we are seeing, and last case where feedback changes, that we see toward the end of the chapter, that's AC memory. Next point what I am going to discuss is what is the meaning of self-induction. Very important point, self-induction. Self-induction and self-inductance. This is a property of a coil. Just like we say resistance, R, capacitance, C. One more term we are going to learn, that is self-inductance. This is represented by letter F. Resistance, capacitance, inductance. These are three important things that are used to control AC current. Self-inductions, for this you can take a coil, a solenoid, and you can connect to battery, a rheostat, and a key. By you can adjust the rheostat, you can change the current in the circuit. This is the coil. When key is open, there is no current, no magnetic field, no flux. But as soon as you close the circuit, the current increases. When the current increases, the magnetic field equal to V0 and I, that increases, the flux increases. So a current is induced in the coil itself, which opposes the increase in the flux through it. So when current increases, the battery current is going in this direction. The battery current. Battery current is going in this way. So when you make the circuit, current increases, magnetic field increases, flux increases. Therefore, an EMF is induced, and hence a current is induced. It is current is induced in the coil itself. Battery current bhi ja raha hai, but this current is induced in the coil itself. What this current will do? This induced current, according to Lenz's law, flow in such a direction that it opposes the cause which is responsible for the change in flux. The cause which is responsible for the change in flux is the increase of a current. Current increase kar raha hai isi direction. So the induced current will flow opposite to the battery current, so that induced current try to oppose the growth of current. This is why making the circuits, making matlab current increases. One more option there. Suppose you break the circuit, close or open the circuit, so current decreases. Battery current will go, battery current is in this direction, but the current decreases when you break the circuit. Current decreases, so magnetic field decreases, flux decreases, again current is induced. In this case, the current induced is because of decrease in the current battery current. That is called decay of the current. So the induced current will flow in the direction of the battery current to oppose the decrease in the current. This is during breaking of the circuit. 2 points I explained. Battery current is in this direction. This battery current. While you make the circuits, current increases, flux increases. The induced current does not want to increase the current, battery current to this opposite current. So induced current will flow in a direction opposite the battery current to oppose the growth of current. And breaking the circuit. Breaking the circuit means current decreases, decay already. So induced current doesn't want to decrease the current because that is the cause of the change in flux. So induced current will flow in the direction of battery current to oppose the decay of the current. So this is happening in the coil itself. This phenomenon is known as self-induction. It's the property of a single coil by virtue of which it opposes any change in the current by producing an induced EMF. The induced EMF current developed will be in accordance to Lenz's law. It opposes any change. You can change the current by adjusting the rheostat, also increase कर सकते हैं, decrease कर सकते हैं. Okay, that also you can do. The key is permanently closed and adjust the rheostat for increasing or decreasing the current. So whenever there is a change in the current in the coil, so in that coil itself a current is induced, and that induced current will oppose the cause, either increase in the current, which we call it as growth, or we call it as decay of the current. These are the 2 points. If there is a meeting in the circuits, induced current oppose the battery current, and break the circuits, induced current flows in the direction of battery current oppose the. This phenomenon is known as self-induction. This is a very important point. Now, when any current is flowing, suppose a current I is flowing through this, there will be some flux. Now, magnetic field lines are passing through this. So, what are the magnetic field lines here? Magnetic field lines are used. This magnetic field lines or flux is directly proportional to the current. Greater the flux, greater the current, greater the flux. So, flux linked or associated with the coil is directly proportional to the current. As the current increases, flux also increases because you know the magnetic field. This proportionality is known as a constant L into Y. This L is known as self-inductance of the coil, just like we call it as a resistance of an inductor, capacitance of a capacitor. L is known as self-inductance, or it is also known as coefficient of self-induction. Self-inductance or coil self-induction. How can you define this? It can be defined as when I is equal to 1 ampere current, 1 ampere current is flowing, then phi is equal to L. L is numerically equal to the flux linked with the coil when 1 ampere current flows through the coil. This is the first definition. Another most important equation I am giving that. So there is EMF induced and hence current, but the EMF induced in this case, right? The EMF induced. EMF induced is 1 by E equal to minus d phi by dt. But the value of phi equal to Li. So E equal to minus d phi dt of Li. L is constant for a given coil can be taken outside. So E is equal to minus L d I by dt. You can see that whenever there is a rate of change of current in the coil, EMF is induced. Negative sign gives the direction according to the system. If you write the magnitude value, L into di by dt. So how can you define L from this equation? Definition of L is also following from here. L equal to E divided by di by dt. It's a very important equation. If di by dt is 1 ampere per second, the current in the coil is changing at the rate of 1 ampere per second, then L is numerically equal to the EMF induced. So self-inductance of a coil can also be defined as the EMF induced in the coil when the current in it changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second. So when current is changing at the rate of 1 ampere per second, but the EMF induced, that is the numerical value of L, self-inductance. It is a term just like capacitance, resistance, self-inductance of a coil.